What is going on, guys? Devin here, aka Mispelled Rebel, and welcome back to Project Cars. Yes, I know I did just play this game yesterday for my Sunday game. However, we've got the Caterham Academy, and I can't wait. I gotta play this. Let's go ahead. We're gonna enter the practice again, just like my supercard videos. I'm gonna cut out the practice, maybe show you the qualifying lap, probably. And then that looks like a person. That bush definitely looks like a person. But I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna cut out. Oh my God, we're on the right side of the car. Yeah, I'm going to cut all this practice out, and we'll skip straight ahead to the actual fun meat and bones of the episode here. Alright, so we did do a pretty good qualifying lap. We qualified in first place. I don't know really what my lap time was. I think it was 102 or 103. Not too bad, though. Overall, not too bad. I'm really liking the handling capabilities of the Caterham. It is actually just a really smooth car, and when you can get those little bit of drifts in the corner, you can actually... You can mess up, and it's got some forgiveness to it, which is very nice because I need some forgiveness. And we do have warm tires now, though, which is interesting because throughout the entire practice and throughout the entire qualifier, my tires were completely cold. So I don't know if that means I'm going to be able to kind of push it just a little bit harder. Obviously not. I don't know. We'll have to see if I can push it a little bit harder, or if maybe it'll just kind of hold me into the corners just a tad bit better, which would be nice because, like I said, in some of the, especially exiting some of the corners, I started to get, not squirrely, but I've started to get loose in the back end. Interesting. Look at my mirror. There's no trees behind me. Very interesting. I also found something else out, too, with the graphics in this game that I will show you guys here when we get to that straightaway again. Yeah, this definitely feels a lot smoother. You can see how much tire smoke my car is pumping out. I almost just lost it there. That was pretty close. Yeah, I'm going to show you something interesting with the graphics here once we get onto that straightaway again. Just something small that I noticed. It's honestly not a huge deal. It's not a big deal at all, actually. Probably shouldn't even be bringing it up because this game is actually phenomenal. Ooh, hold it. That's the worst I've taken that turn this entire time. Alright, look at the floor. You can see the actual ground through the floorboarding. See those white stripes coming through? Interesting, isn't it? Honestly, you don't have to animate that part of the car. A lot of games actually just don't let you look at that part of the car. I like that Project Cars let you do that, so that's why I kind of don't want to bring it up, but at the same time, it's like, whoa. It threw me off because I was just kind of, when I was sitting in the pits, I was just kind of looking around and looking at the car and stuff, and I noticed that, and it was like, wait a minute here. Like, why can I see freckles in the bottom floor tray? Floor pan. Floor plate? I don't know. The floor of the car. You can kind of see it coming through. It's just weird. One of those little things that I think the development team at Project Cars was, or Slightly Mad Studios was sitting there going, nobody will notice that. Well, I am the one bastard who did. You're welcome. Oops, someone hit that sign. We gotta try and keep it clean a little bit here. I know this lap time doesn't actually count, but I do like to put in good lap times. Despite what you all think, I actually do take racing games somewhat seriously. Because I do tend to crash. I do tend to ram people on occasion, but I do take racing games pretty seriously. Come on, stay on the frickin' track this time. There we go. That turn, I had no problems with that turn the entire practice and the entire qualifier. But we get into the actual race, I start talking to you guys. That's what happens, is talking throws you off so much. Your concentration goes out the window. And anything that is resembling a simulator, like an actual sim game like this, where, well, I know people get really mad when you call games a simulator, or a simulation game, rather than like a simcade or an arcade. But this game feels pretty good. It feels tight. One thing I feel like I would really like to mention too, I have played just about every racing game out there. You've seen on my channel, you've seen Forza Horizon 2. I don't think I ever had Forza 5 on the channel. You've seen Dirt Rally. What else have you seen racing game? I don't know if I've had any other racing games on my channel, but I've played Gran Turismo, I've played Forza, all the Forza games, except for the original Forza. I don't know how to find it. I've tried. But I've played tons and tons of racing games. in all of the games where you can drive the Caterham here, none of them feel as good as they do in this game. Driving the Caterham actually feels phenomenal. I've never had this good of a time driving this car in any other game. Now, I don't know if that's because the people over at Project Cars actually drove the car and thought it was amazing and actually put realistic physics in, or if a lot of other games just kind of got it wrong. Damn it! This was going to be my one lap time that actually counted. But yeah, I don't know if a lot of games just get it wrong because they don't actually spend the time to drive this car, or if Slightly Mad Studios got it wrong, but this car feels phenomenal and I really like driving it. And we should, I don't know if we actually do or not, but we might have a second event here in the Caterham, maybe? Continue. No, okay, actually, wow, I didn't even set the fastest lap. I had a good practice, I had a good qualifier, but my laps were all atrocious. Oh, none of them actually counted, though. That's the big thing. Alright, we're going to return to career mode, and we're actually going to be able to fit in a couple of our 250cc races here. But we have, what is this, good job out there. We're analyzing data tomorrow. I saw there were some fast laps you put in there. Yeah, of course we did. Good qualifying. Yeah, okay. Let's go back to career calendar, and I think our next event is the Caterham Academy again. Okay. Again, I'm gonna cut out the practice on the qualifier, and we'll jump into the actual meat of the race here. Just sit tight. Alright, so yet again we did qualify in the pole position. I actually ended up putting in a pretty good qualifier, about 2 seconds ahead of the guy in first place, the pace leader, I guess you could say. Actually, pace runner-up. Anyway, yeah. So we did again qualify for pole, which means hopefully I won't have to worry about fighting my way through the pack here. Just as long as... Whoa! Purple dude almost just took me out. Yeah, just as long as I can keep my head and not do anything stupid, we should be able to lead for this entire race. And again, we're on the warm tires, which means I can push it and drive it just a little bit harder than I normally would. Not too much harder though, because again, I don't want to do anything stupid. I set that, I think my fastest lap was 131 or it was like 131 something. I don't know exactly what. 131 something. The guy behind me was 133. So if I can just keep that pace, I did that with cold tires. If I can keep that pace with hot tires, I'm looking at a pretty good 3 laps. Here, overdrove it. That's what I was trying to avoid. That's okay. We're on our first lap still. Not a big deal. We still have quite a large lead. That guy overdrove it by a freaking mile. I think he hit the wall. It looked like he actually hit the wall. There we go. Good through the chicane. Very good. Alright. Now let's power on through our first lap here. And like I said, I believe this is a 3-lap race. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty positive it's a 3-lap race. Now, one thing that I do want to point out, another thing that I haven't pointed out yet, yeah, I'm feeling pretty happy right now, actually. I would like to congratulate the Cavaliers on a Game 2 victory, because holy crap was that a rough one. You gotta give it to Delhi, though. That defense was unstoppable. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you should probably watch sports, because sports are one of, like, the... I'm not going to say they're one of the most amazing things ever, but it's something that I definitely enjoy. I'm one of the guys who every Sunday I'm sitting there glued to my couch watching the Browns lose, because, again, I'm from Cleveland, so Cavaliers, Browns, Indians since I was born until I die. Although in basketball, I have to say I'm not a huge Cavaliers fan. For whatever reason, I actually followed the Nuggets quite heavily for a couple years, just because I really got into watching Melo, and actually back when J.R. Smith was on the Nuggets, watching like Chauncey Billups and J.R. Smith and Carmelo just kind of throw it down was so freaking cool. I remember watching them play. It was awesome. And I always liked the Nuggets color scheme too. I thought it was pretty sweet. We're starting to get some rain. Oh, this is going to be interesting. We've got one more lap to go, and the course is about to get a little bit slippery. During one of my qualifiers, too, you guys didn't see it, of course, but during one of my qualifiers, I actually had a really heavy fog bank roll in on us, and I was wondering if we were going to get fog throughout the entire race. That went away. I don't know how to activate my windshield wipers. This might be a bad thing. There we go, they're just going on, they're automatic. I didn't know Caterhams even had windshield wipers. They were so old school. Just as long as this doesn't cool my tires down too much, we should be okay. And I have quite an enormous lead. Although my crew chief usually chimes in and tells me after like my second lap how big of a lead I have on them. I guess maybe he doesn't want to jinx me this time, because the last couple times he said it to me, I have like fucked up on the very next corner and everyone's caught me. So maybe he's just trying to play it safe, just like I am. But yeah, here we go. We are actually almost at the end of the race. And this has been a really, really smooth race by me. I'm probably saying that too soon, because just now as I check it, my front right and front rear, my right rear tires have gone completely cold. Wow, this is actually starting to rain really heavily. Look at these rain physics, though. I mean, come on. I don't think I've played another game that looks this good when it rains. This realistic, at least. And there we go. We've put in our final lap for the Caterham races. How did I do? 4:42, not bad. I obliterated them. Almost 7 full seconds. We won that race by. And look at that. Oh, I didn't get... Whoa! How did that dude put a practice run in a 49 seconds? How is that even possible? I don't think that's actually possible. That has to be a glitch. That's almost a full minute faster than I was. That's really, really weird. But yeah, there we go. We've got 2 in the bag. Congratulations, new invite from JetDog. Let's go take a look at that. I'd like to extend the invitation to participate in the BMW 1M Eifelwald Sprint Cup on behalf of JetDog. Pretty cool. Let's actually see what our next event is. Are we in the Caterhams again for the next event? We are. But unfortunately, I'm not going to be... Yeah, there's the Caterham one there too. We have 2 more Caterham Academies. I might try and fit those in before the end of the week, but unfortunately, I cannot fit them into this episode. I do have to work in the morning, and what you guys don't realize is I've been recording for about an hour and a half, putting down practice runs and stuff like that. It's been a long night, and I need to get some sleep, so unfortunately, I am going to have to cut the video off here. Thank you for watching. If you did, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Like I said a few seconds ago, we will be back here probably sometime later this week so we can finish up the Caterham Academy and get back to the Supercar Championship. But until then, guys, peace!